Yeah.
In 1996, a new force in the world of 2D side-scrolling shooters emerged. Metal Slug, Super Vehicle 001. Commonly referred to simply as Metal Slug, the game packed the firepower, distinct hand-drawn environments, and unique sense of humor that fans went AWOL over. Marco Rossi and Tarma Roving, the latter available only in 2-player mode, of the tiny Peregrine Falcon Squad had the big task of rescuing POWs and stopping General Donald Morden's massive army from creating a new world order. A limited bomb supply and a pistol with infinite ammo were standard issue, but upgrades to a heavy machine gun, a rocket launcher, a flame shot, or a shotgun were available. Also, players hopped aboard a signature Metal Slug that added a layer of protection and inflicted more damage faster. In 1998, Metal Slug 2 introduced 2 new playable characters, Eri Kasamoto and Fio Jeremy. And now 4 characters were selectable before beginning a game. Also, transformations appeared for the first time in the franchise. For instance, if a player got too close to a mummy, they'd change into one. Or, if a player ate too much, they would pack on a few pounds, which slowed them down and altered their weapons' abilities. Unfortunately, some levels suffered from a slowdown, and it's believed that this lag motivated SNK to release an improved version titled Metal Slug X. With the lag issues resolved, the developers also added other tweaks. Now levels that originally took place during day in MS2 were changed to dusk or even twilight, and they threw in a bunch more enemies for players to battle. In 2000, SNK released Metal Slug First Mission and Metal Slug Second Mission for the Neo Geo Pocket Color, then released Metal Slug 3. MS3 was widely considered to be the best title in the franchise, and because of SNK's impending bankruptcy, it was also believed to be the last. So MS3 received a copious amount of upgrades. Players could become zombies, or don scuba gear, or even a spacesuit. The developers also added new weapons to an already impressive arsenal. The Thundercloud and the mobile satellite kept enemies at bay while players hopped aboard one of 8 new machine or animal-based slugs. In addition to POWs, players also had to rescue frozen soldiers, VIPs, and even monkeys. It was a send-off apropos to a much-beloved franchise, but there was still more to come. 2 years later, Playmore published Metal Slug 4. Compared to its immediate predecessor, MS3, upgrades were sparse. A few enemies, weapons, and vehicles complemented a new bonus combo system. Tarma and Eri were replaced by new characters Nadia and Trevor, an unpopular move at the time. Also, if players were hit with a poison-tipped dart, they would transform into an Uzi-toting monkey, which had positives, higher jumps, and negatives, the inability to acquire power-ups. In 2003, the franchise was back with Metal Slug 5 and brought Eri and Tarma with it. But change was the order of the day. A new enemy, the terroristic Ptolemaic army, had stolen the plans for new futuristic slugs, and it was up to the Peregrine Falcons to get them back. 3 new vehicles were introduced to help the PF squad in their quest, as well as a brand new slide move. And for the first time in the franchise, the game was set to a heavy metal-influenced soundtrack. In 2004, SNK Playmore whet the appetite of Metal Slug fans with the release of Metal Slug Advance for the Game Boy Advance. But fans had to wait till 2006 for Metal Slug 6. MS6 was the first title not to run on SNK's Neo Geo MVS arcade hardware. Players teamed up with their one-time foes, Martians and Morden's army, to fight a new alien species. MS6 offered easy or hard modes and a new weapon stock system, which allowed players to switch guns during gameplay. Popular Ikari Warriors characters Ralph and Clark joined the team, and now each character was given his or her own unique abilities. SNK Playmore also released a 3D version of Metal Slug, appropriately titled Metal Slug 3D, but in Japan only. There's no word on whether the game will ever hit the States, but Metal Slug lovers can be sure that as long as there are bad guys looking to take over the world, the Peregrine Falcons will be ready and well equipped to stop them.
Mission complete.